Understanding project prioritization, using a cost/effort versus impact/benefit. Scatter diagram, a guide for business students. The business reality, too many projects, too few resources. One of the most fundamental lessons you will learn as a business professional is that organizations will always have more project requests than they have the time, budget, and people to execute. Whether you work for a Fortune 500 corporation, a mid-sized company, or a startup, the demand for new initiatives, process improvements, technology upgrades, and strategic ventures will consistently outpace your capacity to deliver them all. Making project decisions based on gut instinct, office politics, or whoever shouts the loudest is a recipe for wasted effort and missed opportunity. What business leaders need is a logical, repeatable framework for ranking competing projects so that the most valuable work rises to the top. Introducing the Prioritization Project Spreadsheet. The Prioritize Project Chart. Spreadsheet provides exactly this kind of framework. It uses a scatter diagram, sometimes called an XY chart, to plot projects along two critical dimensions. The x-axis represents cost/effort, which captures how expensive or labor-intensive a project will be to complete. The y-axis represents impact/benefit, which captures how much value the project will deliver to the organization once it is finished. Both variables are scored on a relative numeric scale, with higher numbers indicating greater cost or greater impact, respectively. In the accompanying spreadsheet, column B lists each project by name, column C contains the cost/effort score for each project, and column D contains the impact/benefit score. When the chart plots these two values for every project, the result is a visual map that instantly reveals which projects are worth pursuing and which are not. How to read the four quadrants. The scatter diagram is divided into four quadrants by a vertical line and a horizontal line that cross near the center of the chart. Understanding these four zones is the key to using this tool effectively. Upper left quadrant, quick wins, low cost, high impact. Projects that land in the upper left corner of the chart are the most desirable. They require relatively little cost or effort to complete, yet they deliver a high impact or benefit to the organization. These are your quick wins, and smart project managers prioritize them first. In the sample data, projects like Project 8, cost 30, impact 80, and Project 18, cost 30, impact 90, fall into this zone. They represent high-value opportunities that can be captured without stretching your budget or your team. These are usually rare unless you are new to an organization and your predecessor was not very effective. Upper right quadrant, major projects, high cost, high impact. Projects in the upper right quadrant deliver substantial benefits, but they also come with substantial costs. Examples from the data include Project 6, cost 80, impact 100, and Project 10, cost 90, impact 90. These are the big and necessary strategic bets. These require careful planning, significant resource allocation, and executive sponsorship. An organization should take on these projects deliberately and only after confirming it has the capacity to see them through to completion. Half finishing a major project is often worse than never starting it at all. Lower left quadrant, fill-ins, low cost, low impact. The lower left quadrant contains projects that are inexpensive and easy to execute, but also do not have very significant benefit. Projects like Project 7, cost 10, impact 10, and Project 12, cost 10, impact 20, live here. These are useful as fill-in work. They can keep a team productive during slow periods or when a team is waiting on dependencies for a larger initiative that's in the top right quadrant. Delays could come from a budget restraint or a vendor delay. However, they should never crowd out higher impact work in the top right quadrant. Lower right quadrant, thankless projects, high cost, low impact. The lower right quadrant is the danger zone. Projects here are expensive and time-consuming, but deliver little benefit. Project 1, cost 90, impact 10, and Project 4, cost 70, impact 20, are examples. In a well-run organization, projects in this quadrant should be deprioritized, restructured to reduce their cost, or eliminated entirely. These should only be entertained in there are regulatory requirements that necessitate completion. Putting it into practice. Using this spreadsheet in a real business setting is straightforward. First, compile a list of all proposed or in-flight projects. Next, assemble a small group of stakeholders who understand both the costs and the strategic value of each initiative, and have them score every project on the relative cost/effort and impact/benefit scales. Enter those scores in columns C and D, and the scatter diagram updates automatically. The resulting chart gives leadership a single visual summary of the entire project portfolio. Why this matters for your career. As you move through your business career, the ability to evaluate trade-offs and allocate scarce resources will define your effectiveness as a leader. The cost, effort versus impact, benefit scatter diagram is one of the simplest yet most powerful tools in a manager's toolkit. Master this framework now, and you will carry it with you for the rest of your professional life.